Hello everybody and welcome back to Manifest It Finesse on YouTube. My name is Manifesting Gaia. That is my Twitter, TikTok, and podcast. All the links are down below, and my affirmations list and audio rampage email is down below. Also, I have a huge announcement. I created a lot. First of all, I made a free workbook on the law of assumption and how to manifest. When you read this, you will have no more questions. I put it on a website, and the website is my workshop. Now, this website, so far, I have 4 video and text modules. I have one on how to manifest instantly, manifest money, manifest a specific person, and self-concept transformation. I have PDF workshops on appearance change and school grades, and I plan to do one on jobs and health and all the other things you guys ask about. But for right now, that's what we have because I just want to test it and see how you guys like it. The link will be in the description. So if you just want to get the free workbook first and read it and see how much you like it, and then see if you still want to do a course. I know some of you will be like, I don't care, girl. I'm just getting it because I love you and I want to know how to manifest my SP. Whatever you want to do. For the first 250 people who purchase anything, they get a 30% off code, and you'll use it at checkout. For the rest of the people, it's going to be 15%, but you can't stack them. So if you have the 30% off, you can't make it 45. So either you have 30 or 15. Okay, leave some codes for the other people, and I hope that everybody at least gets the free workbook. I put so much time and effort into it, and I think it's really good. And you can share it with people who are skeptical, your family who are like, oh, I don't know about this LOA stuff. What is it? What is manifesting like? Be so realistic. I have so many real life examples and things you can apply to every day, and everybody can relate. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting me and loving me. And thank you to everybody who purchases something. And like I said, what's on the website right now isn't what's going to be on it forever. Like, I'm going to expand. But for right now, that's what we got. So, you know. And also, I want to expand it into a membership as well. I might do that in the upcoming months where, it's a membership. So it's like a monthly thing, and then you have access to every single thing. You don't have to pay for them individually. I'll put audio rampages in there. I'll put sleep tapes in there, subliminals in there. Like, I have so many ideas and so many things I want to do. But this is just my phase 1 of my launch of the Manifest It Finesse It workshop. I don't know if I said that's what it's called, but that's what it's called. Manifest It Finesse It workshop. So link is in the bio. It's in the top. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I love you so much. And now we're gonna get back into the video. And today we're gonna be talking about how to put yourself on the pedestal, take your desires off the pedestal, how to stay on the pedestal, how to not obsess over your desires and be the one that your desires are manifesting. I have a podcast episode on this if you want a more in-depth or kind of want like a part 2, and I think it's one of my best ones. I'll link the episode in the description. I don't know why I cannot find the definition of pedalization. I don't even know if that's a word, but we're just gonna go with idealization because it's like the same thing. But the definition is the action of regarding or representing something as perfect or better than in reality. I love that. The idea that something is better than, higher than, more amazing than your current reality. The only thing that makes your reality a good one is this thing. A lot of people pedalize their desires, especially specific people, especially appearance change, but anything, right? Money, jobs, career, success, friendships, family, SPs, appearance change, school grades. That's another one. School, getting into school, whatever. People have it up here. And it's like, this is what I'm trying to get. This is what I'm striving for. This is what I'm breaking my back for. This is what I will not feel good without. If I don't have this thing, then I'm nobody. I feel bad. XYZ. So pedalization of our desires comes from multiple reasons. Number 1, it's a self-concept issue. The way that person sees themselves is so low. The way they see the world around them is so low. Because their self-concept is low, they haven't manifested a lot of favorable results, or their life isn't really favorable. So they attach to things. They say, okay, this will make me feel complete. This will make me feel loved. If I have this person, if they text me, if they call me. And 2 is you separate yourself. You see manifestation as this process. You see it as your desires are not a part of you. What you think, the things you believe about the desire has no effect on it. They're still their own person. Somebody else is still deciding. Somebody outside of me still has the power to reject me. Money still has the power to do this, XYZ. In order to stop pedalizing your desires, we focus on those 2 things, your self-concept and your idea that you're separate from the thing that you want. So number 1, self-concept. I talk about this all the time. But self-concept is essentially how you see yourself. It's your self-image, right? How you see yourself in relation to the things you want, the world around you, and how worthy, capable, and valuable you think you are of being able to have, be, and do what you want. So if that is low, If you have a low self-image, if you don't see yourself as worthy, capable, valuable, of being able to have, be, and do what you want, of living a good life, you don't think you're worthy, you don't think it happens for people like you think you have to work so hard, and then you desire something. Let's just take clear skin, for example. That's on your pedestal because, again, like we said in the definition, the action of regarding or representing something as perfect or better than. So if you're like, okay, this clear skin is better than me, it's better than this reality, I'm holding it up here and I'm down here and I really want this thing. So when that's low, that's going to be you. And then the separation aspect comes in because your reality is your beliefs, your reality is your thoughts. The reason you don't have anything, the reason you don't have the clear skin, the reason you don't have the person, the reason you don't have the success in your career, on social media, whatever it is because you tell yourself you don't have it. So if you don't have this thing, it's because you're saying, I don't have this thing and I really need it. I don't have this thing and it's above me. I don't have this thing and I don't see myself as capable of having it. Basically, you're here and you're trying to get to here, right? So that's separation. That's separation. Asking how to make this happen is the separation, which I have a video on explaining it. But it is a separation because all you're doing is saying that you have it, which is what you're not doing. For you guys to be like, how, but they're doing this, it's because you're saying it. Oh, but this is happening, but they rejected me. It's because you're saying it. That's you. But if it's on the pedestal, you're not going to see the connection you have to it. And the more separate you push this thing away from you, the higher and further this thing is away from you, is as high and as far as it's going to be. This whole process is as easy as you say it's going to be. This whole process is as fast as you say it's going to be. It is all in your control because you are not separate. So self-concept in this area looks like you have to remind yourself of your power. You have to not even remind yourself, but you have to make that the story. This thing is already here. And not only that, but one thing I tell people to say or do is you have to see your desires as desiring you. Like they desire you. They want you. Like the clear skin wants you. The money wants you. The person wants you. The health wants you. It's chasing you. It's manifesting you. Like they won't leave you alone, right? The money won't leave you alone. The career won't leave you alone. The job won't stop calling you. That's how you put yourself on the pedestal, put that thing where it's supposed to be, which is below you, is you change that dynamic. It is manifesting me. If I have a desire for something, it's not my mind saying, I have to go and get this thing. I have to go and force this thing, or I have to go and change this completely imperfect situation to be perfect. No, any desire that you get, it's just an alert going off in your brain. Hey, this thing wants you. Allow it to come in. This thing wants you. Money wants you right now. Specific person wants you. They're desiring you. They're manifesting you. And I always say this because a lot of people are like, well, I'm so obsessed with my SPM. I'm so obsessed with this. How do I change it? How do I get out of that? One thing that I say when this was me is what I would do was, let's just say I was a person, for example, and I could not stop thinking about them. I would just remind myself, since everything is me pushed out and they're me pushed out and the whole world is just me and I'm experiencing myself and my own stories, right? I would say, this is how they really feel about me. So if you're like, oh my God, I just want them, I wish they were here, blah, 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 blah. What I take that as is that's really how they feel about me. And I'm getting the transmission, right? So I feel like I just really want this job. That's how they feel about you. They want you to work for them so bad. And you're getting the little inklings, right? That's how you view it. Anything that does not support you being on the pedestal is not true, right? So every story you have, you need to reverse engineer it so that you're on the pedestal for that desire. That thing is chasing me. I'm not the one who sits around late night wondering, waiting, hoping that one day will change, hoping that tomorrow they'll change and come to me. That's them about me. That's them about me. This one changes your self-concept to be in control and to be the one who is desired, adored, wanted, chosen. Number two, it gives you a favorable story. Number three, it makes you feel good. And number four, you're not separating yourself. If you're like, how I'm feeling is really just me receiving how they're feeling about me, then you're saying we're connected and you're not putting it on the pedestal. Because when there is no separation, nothing can be on the pedestal. If you're like, I am money, I am good grades, like everything else is just the physical manifestation. The numbers in my bank account are just pixels on a screen. The numbers on my report card are just numbers on a paper. The text on my phone is just words on my screen. That stuff isn't above me, right? Like if you really break it down, like break it down as much as you can. And then you realize that that stuff just isn't above me. Like numbers on a screen, numbers on a paper, a text, words on an email. What? Like we can make those say anything I want them to say. And then from that point, when you break it down to see that it's really nothing, it's really just a bunch of atoms together, it can be easier for you to take it from that approach. If you want a text message or a call or email from a job or something, I'm just manifesting words on screen. Don't even focus on the person. Don't even focus on the employer. Just see the words on the screen. Just see you are accepted. I miss you. I love you. I want to call you. Are you available? See that. See that. Just keep seeing that. Just keep seeing that. Just keep seeing that. That's togetherness. If you saw it, it's in you, right? You just saw it. If you just affirmed it, you just spoke it. If you just scripted it, you just wrote it. It's you. It's literally coming from your being. So then back to the self-concept real quick. You're changing yourself to see your own worth and value. So like we said, of course, it's telling yourself they desire me. They're obsessed with me. They're manifesting me. My desires are a promise. They're not something I have to go make. It's if I desire it, that is the promise that I'm having. And my desires are just telling me what my future, which is my reality right now, what my reality is being, is conforming to, is showing up as. But the self-concept is also reminding yourself, again, you're empowered, you're in control. You are wanted and chosen and loved regardless, right? Like you're going to have this thing. If you haven't been listening, that's the whole point is you're having this thing. You already have this thing. It's not separate from you. But it's also, this thing doesn't make or break me. Like this person, it's not fulfilling my life. Or this money isn't like, I don't have a good life regardless. Or the school grades aren't, I'm dumb or incapable if it's not showing up. Or the job isn't, I'm unsuccessful and my entire life is useless if I'm not working here. That's the whole point is I am loved, wanted, and chosen regardless. I am rich and wealthy now. I am prosperous and healthy and full of love and abundance now. I am safe and secure now. Because the things you guys want are also like bare minimum things. Like clear skin, bare minimum. Financial freedom, not worrying about bills, not being homeless, bare minimum. Being respected by a person that you like, bare minimum. Good grades, bare minimum. But when your stuff is on the pedestal, you don't see it like that. You see it as, oh, I'm dumb without the good grades. I'm unworthy without the person. I'm broke without this. I can't have a good life without this. No, it's I am. Because when we say I am, it's not about the desire. It's what are we saying about ourselves? I am loved. I'm not loved because I have this person. I'm loved because I was born that way. I was born wealthy. I'm not wealthy because the money this, the money that. I'm wealthy because I exist. There is no requirements for me to have this thing. I'm wealthy. You are wealthy. You are loved. You are amazing. You are chosen. You are wanted. You are valuable. You are irreplaceable. You are unforgettable. You are irresistible. You are magnetic. You are authentic. You are amazing. You are awesome. You are popular. You are poppin'. That's what we're getting into. That's what you need to get into. I don't care if you gotta do mirror work, look at yourself in the mirror and say that. You are the prize. You are number one. There is no one above you. There is no competition. You get everything you want. This reality was built for you. You have an amazing life. You're living your dream life, period. And then understanding reality creation means you're not getting this thing. It already exists. What it's already done means infinite realities are existing right now. And I'm consistently jumping, right? We're not on a horizontal timeline from here trying to get here and you're moving through time and it's so slow. And no, there's this reality here, this reality here, this reality here, this reality here, this reality here. This is you. Then you add your beliefs and assumptions. I don't know if I can have this thing. Then you jump to the one where you don't have the thing. You know what? Maybe I can, maybe I can't. You jump to the one where it's hot and cold movement. You know what? I already have it and it's done. And I'm not accepting any other reality. Jump to that one. And then you keep persisting. And then that one expands, expands, expands. And then it becomes your only reality where you have the thing because you already have it, right? We're not striving because when you strive, you're like, I'm trying to get this thing. You're separating. When you're trying to get, you're separating. There's nothing to get. It's already existing. You have the desire. You have the thoughts about it. That means it already exists. I was talking with one of my friends about this the other day. She posted a video on how money gets made and gets printed. And I basically said the illusion that you're working for money is an illusion because the money already exists. Like, it's not you going to work that makes the money in your bank account. It gets printed regardless of whether you're working or not. Money doesn't run on you clocking in here. So you're actually working for nothing. It's an illusion that you think you're working for money. The money exists regardless of whether you do anything or not. You just tell yourself you have it up here. You're like, I can't get it unless I do this, 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 this. No, it's already made. It's already made. SP already wants to be with you. Your appearance is already done. Your body already consistently moves all the time. So whatever you're going to receive is already in existence. Now, you are just becoming the person who possesses it through your thoughts, beliefs, behaviors, everything. If you possessed it, literally what would you be thinking right now? Or if you had them, what would it look like in your mind? Visualize. Or if you were talking to your friend about it, about receiving it, what would you say? What would be that conversation? Then you apply that. to just recap everything. The reason why you have it on the pedestal and how to get it off the pedestal is because your self-concept sucks and you're separating yourself. So then you fix your self-concept because your desires are desiring you. You're not going for this thing. It is telling you, I desire you. Are you going to get out of your own way and stop saying that you don't have me and just accept me? SP is saying, are you just going to say that you have me? Stop playing around. I want to be with you. Money's saying, are you just going to say that you have me? Why do you keep pushing me away? Your appearance change is saying, can you just say that you have me? Can you just say that we're together? Like, that's what it's saying. So you flip the roles because you're the one that's desired. You're the one that's adored. You're the one that's chosen. You're the one that's wanted. But on top of that is changing your self-concept in a sense of your power. You are already wanted, loved, and chosen. You're not chosen because of this thing's physical existence. You're chosen because you just are. You don't need a rhyme or reason to be loved. You don't need a rhyme or reason to be wealthy. You don't need a rhyme or reason to be successful. You were born. You were born. You were born to be a superstar. You're saying, I am amazing. I am wealthy. You're visualizing yourself just feeling. Like, tap into like the feeling aspect of it. So if you had this person, what would you feel like? You wouldn't feel anxiety ridden. You wouldn't feel worthless. You would feel free. You would feel amazing. You wouldn't feel like you were working to gain them. You would feel it was already complete. Okay, I'm ready with them. Cool. Love this. I love this version of my life. Okay, I'm already wealthy. I'm not feeling like I'm trying to work for it. I love this version of my life. Okay, I was accepted into my dream school. I'm not working for it. I'm not hoping. I'm not checking my email. I'm not doing this. I love this version of my life. And then again, getting rid of separation is basically what we said, where it already exists. It's already around you. You're the one who's always consistently jumping. But also when you're on the pedestal, you'll naturally get rid of the separation. Because if that thing is desiring you, then you're not separate. If that thing is desiring you, then you're interconnected. And you're just changing the stories, and then it's done. It's done. You have to trust that you already did enough. You've already done enough. How much more do you want to do? There's nothing more for you to do. You've done enough. And then when you do get into those little moments where you're obsessed, where you're waiting, where you're impatient, you're saying, this is how that thing feels about me. You're impatient? No, the money is impatient of you. The money is tired of you saying you're broke. Can this girl just come into my reality? Can this boy just come into my reality? Like, that's literally what it is. Exactly how you feel about it is really it sending you the thought transmission. This is how I feel about you. Your SP's like, will this girl stop saying I left her on red and just say I'm blowing up her phone? You are the desired one. You are the chosen one. You are the loved one. You are the wealthy one. Stop trying to get something because it's an illusion. That's why the more you chase something, the farther it seems. It's because it's not, there's no distance. It's like running on a treadmill. You're going nowhere. It feels like you're running towards something, but you're going nowhere. You're in the same place. You're just moving, making unnecessary moves. It is here. It is here. Your SP's literally here. Your money's here. Your appearance is here. Your school acceptance is here. It is all here for you. Why would you put it on the pedestal? You're on the pedestal because you're amazing and beautiful. Remember, for part 2, the episode link in the description. But that's it. And with that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, you can have anything you want in this universe. Nothing's too big, small, wide, or expensive. I believe in you. You should believe in you. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.